Jesus presents this idea very positively, doesn't it? Doesn't He? There was great joy involved. There was a great payoff. So, I repeat that total commitment is the channel, or at least a channel, through which God's biggest blessings flow. Life is best under the kindness of the King, who is gentle and loving and has a dream for your life. Abba Father feels about you how you feel about your own little child. As I said, only perfectly so. And that channel through which the grace of His dream flows can flow abundantly. The channel of God's biggest and best is total commitment. And that's what John and Sheila had to make. Same with the man who found the treasure and the merchant who found the pearl. So what exactly is total commitment? I'll give you a precise definition that I think is pretty accurate. Total commitment is the alignment of one's motives, resources, priorities, and goals to, 1, fulfill a specific mission, 2, to accomplish a specific task, 3, to follow a specific person. Okay? Motives, resources, priorities, and goals. You're either fulfilling a mission, a task, or following a specific person. The point of the 3 studies challenges our paradigm of what total commitment is all about. It is a key to discovering and experiencing God's dream. But still, we kind of shy away a little bit from the sound of it. Oh, total? You really mean total? Boy, it all sounds a little bit like legalism, doesn't it? I mean, what? You mean I have to throw all of my eggs into this basket? But you know, I'm talking about the best possible relationship here that you could have. So people either look at total commitment through a negative lens or learn to look at it through a positive lens. So many see it negatively. They see self-denial. They see a funless existence. And you know, the ones who do give it a try, they often end up in a little bit of smug self-righteousness because, after all, they've gone all the way with God. I'm more noble than others. I'm more spiritual. I'm a martyr. So it's still kind of negative. Folks who take the negative tend toward becoming critical of those who are not as dedicated as they are. They make renunciations. They're kind of unbalanced. They're kind of like modern day Pharisees. They say, I renounce the world, I renounce fun, I renounce joy, I renounce anything that seems really good. That's what we tend to think when you think about real commitment. Instead of God's will being good, acceptable, and perfect, you might as well notice that in verse 2. The bottom line is about God's will, which is another way of saying His dream for your life. It's good. It's perfect. It's seen, though, as hard, difficult, sacrificial, not fun. Only the proud, only the courageous ever do it. Maybe they go off to join a monastery. Maybe they go to a nunnery. They seem like Mother Teresa types or something. It doesn't have to be that way. It can be a very positive thing. Step. Decision for you and me. Jesus didn't say that the kingdom of God was negative like people like people kind of naturally tend to think. Jesus said it was like finding something that is eternally more valuable. and even now can make us deliriously joyful, even in this life. It's so positive, it's illustrated by the sale of everything else without looking back. Remember, he said, once you put your hand to the plow, and if you look back, it says you're not fit for the kingdom. So the kingdom is one of commitment. The true nature, total commitment, is wise, logical, and shrewd. It's a reevaluation. It doesn't mean that things in this life don't mean anything. It doesn't mean your house doesn't mean anything. It's not that money and your promotion or your kids' high SAT scores don't mean anything. That's not what he's saying. You just figure out what the pearl of great price is and you invest priority in that. It's not that people totally sold out to Jesus Christ are noble or spiritual or martyrs or great sacrificers. You know, they're not better than other folks. They're just better informed. They've done their research. What characterizes these people? They know some stuff that others don't know. See? They actually believe there is a real and personal God. That actually there's a real afterlife. God is actually holy and in control. They believe He calls the shots, but He is actually good. He was willing to die for them and will give them the very best. They've learned that. They've researched that. They believe that. It means making choices to surrender to the value of good relationships with God and with humans. And that's why Paul follows verses 1 and 2 with the other relationships beyond the one with God Himself. Yes, God uses total commitment as that channel for His best and biggest blessing. So what's that look like? Let's just finish up with seeing a little bit more what verse 1. Let's go back to concentrate now on Romans 12:1. Let's pick it apart a little bit. Can we unpack it some and just leave with a better understanding about what is really saying to us? Romans 12:1. Unpacking Romans 12:1. Therefore, it begins. And of course, this is a connector word, isn't it? We always know that when he says, therefore, he's referring back to what he's already said. So he's going back to the first 11 chapters where he's written about God's grace, freedom that we have in Jesus Christ. And he then gives us he urges us. He says, I urge you, brothers. And we're urged, why? Because of God's mercy. We are urged to make a value judgment about life. That's what we're doing, see. He says, I want you to compare the value of what I have taught you to the value of anything else that you know in this life.
Feeling the blues today or tired of life already? Do you have questions about life or need spiritual advice? We can help. Log on to worldwidechurchofgod.com or wcgfairfield.blogspot.com and stay connected to reality. The Worldwide Church of God in Fairfield, Santa Rosa, and Modesto are located in the San Francisco Bay Area, regarded as the most prosperous region in the United States. We believe Jesus Christ when He proclaimed in Matthew 6:24 that serving God is more important than serving mammon. We welcome everyone to come and worship and fellowship every Saturday at the times listed on your screen and on our website, worldwidechurchofgod.com.